Hi yoga folks, thanks for joining me and allowing me to share this practice with you. A little short form practice for when time's a little short, so any yoga is better than no yoga at all. As always, please just listen to your body, do what feels right for you and don't worry about anything that doesn't. Use the postures and the breath to keep your mind steady and focused in the present, and just enjoy the practice as it unfolds. At the end, of course, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. If you haven't done so already, you can subscribe to the channel. I'd love to be able to continue sharing with you. And of course, if you feel moved to support me with a donation via PayPal, there's a link in the description. If not, I just want you to be able to enjoy this practice regardless of what you can and can't do. So, coming to kneeling and stretching forward in child's pose. So big toes together, knees a little apart. Let the body settle forward between the knees. And try to let your hips sink back as the head and the hands move forward. Take another smooth breath here, always breathing through the nose, ideally. And after you exhale, tuck the toes under. Sit back onto the heels, stretch forward. And if you'd like, turn your hands palms up. Keep the shoulders relaxed, a sense of space across the upper back. And after one more smooth breath, gently lift up into kneeling plank. From your kneeling plank, just give the head a little roll side to side to begin with. Then start to bring some spontaneous movement into your spine. So you're not thinking about it, but just moving intuitively. Just try to find the parts of the body that are feeling a bit neglected, a little bit stiff. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, bring the spine to neutral. Take the left leg back to the toe tip or raise the leg. And either stay there or take the right arm forward if you'd like. Keep the left elbow strong. Reach into the fingers and toes. And just take one more breath here. And after you breathe out, lower back down and repeat on the second side. Take the right leg back to toe tip or parallel to the floor and take the left arm forward. Try to keep your back knee straight. So you're reaching out through the toes and pressing up through the thigh. Take one more breath here. And then gently lower back to kneeling plank. Either stay in kneeling plank or pick up the knees, maybe 10 centimetres. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, make your way back into downward facing dog or return to child's pose for an easier option. Check that your feet are hip width, your hands are shoulder width. Try and give the head a little roll side to side, relaxing the back of the neck. And again, as you hold down dog, just start to bring some gentle movement into the body. You might like to just see if you can arch and round the lower back, moving into the lumbar spine a little. You might like to press the armpits and chest towards the feet, moving through the upper spine a little bit. You might like to roll the hips, moving into the sides of the body. Wherever you are, just settle back into a symmetrical down dog. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, raise the heels and look forwards. And step to the front of the mat and let your body gently hang forward. So remember, if you're tightening the legs, hands to shins or knees is fine. If you're more comfortable, let the body hang and let the weight of the head and arms traction the spine.
One more smooth breath here. And after you exhale, press the hips forward. Stand all the way up. And stretching the backs of the wrists to reach high as you breathe in. And then lower the hands, bring the feet together and breathe out. Bending your knees, come into Utkatasana. Reach the arms high as you inhale. And then fold forward hands to shins or mat and exhale. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. Then take your hands to the mat and make your way back into downward facing dog. Move forward to plank as you breathe in. And then lower onto the knees as you breathe out. So a nice cat stretch to begin with. Arch the spine, lengthening navel to throat as you breathe in. And then press back into down dog and breathe out. Take a breath in down dog. And as you exhale, try to press the armpits gently towards the feet. Then raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet lightly to the hands. Walk, step or float. Bend your knees. Come back to Utkatasana. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. And straighten the legs, lower the hands and exhale. And again, bend your knees. Come into Utkatasana. Reach to the fingertips. Now turn the upper body to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee as you breathe out. Come back to the centre, hands to the heart and inhale. And turn the body to the left as you breathe out. Press down through the left hand. Then come back to the centre, arms raised as you breathe in. Fold forward, body over the legs and exhale. Lift the collarbones, lengthen the front of the body as you breathe in. Then take the hands to the mat and make your way lightly back to downward facing dog. Stay there and rest, or move forward into plank. And either repeat what we just did or lower to the stomach and exhale. Lift the chest and hands, maybe the feet, or of course a cat stretch. And then press back into down dog and exhale. Again, take a smooth breath here. Try to lift through the hips and press down through the heels and the hands. Raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet lightly to the front of the mat and gently exhale. Again, bend the knees. Come into Utkatasana, reach the arms up high. And straighten the legs and lower the hands and exhale. Again, bend your knees. Reach up through the fingers as you breathe in. Fold forward and gently breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you inhale. And step the left foot back into a lunge. You can do knee up or knee down, your choice. Reach high to the hands in the lunge as you breathe in. And sink into the hips and press out through the palms as you exhale. Then reach the arms up high, stretching into the fingers as you breathe in. Take the hands to the mat and gently fold over the right leg as you breathe out. Bend the right knee, take a breath in. Step the left foot to meet the right and exhale. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine and breathe in. And step the right foot back into a lunge and exhale. Stand in your lunge, reach high to the fingertips, take a breath in there. Keeping the back leg strong, press out through the feet and the hands and sink into the hips. Reach the arms high, lengthen up to the fingers as you breathe in. Then hands to the mat and gently fold over the left leg. So just as far as okay for you. Bend the left knee, look forwards and breathe in. And step the right foot to the left and breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. Then bring the hands to the mat and once more make your way back to down dog. Stay and rest or move forward into plank. And smoothly lower down to knees or stomach and breathe out. Cat stretch, lift chest and hands, or take up dog, your choice. Breathe in. And then make your way back into down dog and exhale. Take a breath in, down dog. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Try and let the head hang down. Then raise the heels, look forwards and inhale. And bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Bend your knees. Come back to Utkatasana. Reach the arms up high. Straighten the legs. Lower the hands and breathe out. And step your left foot back about 1.5 meters. Turn your feet out 45 degrees. And then sink down into the hips. Try to have knees and hips at about the same height. Reach the arms high as you breathe in. Stretch up through the fingertips. And then take your right elbow to the knee and the left arm over the head as you exhale. Then come back to the center. Try to keep the legs steady. It's just the upper body moving. Now take the left elbow down and the right arm over the head as you breathe out. Come back to the center. Reach the arms up high and inhale. Now turn to the right and see if you can wrap the arms around the body. Come back to the center. Reach the arms high as you breathe in. And now turn to the left. Again, see if you can wrap the arms around the body. Come back to the center. Legs stay strong. Reach through to the fingertips. Then bring the hands to the heart and breathe out. Take one more breath in here. And as you breathe out, take your fingers to the mat, spin the heels wide, and just pause there with the fingertips under the shoulders. Check that the kneecaps are pulled up, the legs are strong. Take a smooth breath in here. And if it's already strong, stay where you are. Otherwise, start to bring the body forward and the hands forward. It's a bit like a wide-legged down dog. Try to have the weight even on the toes and the heels. Take one more smooth breath here. And after breathing out, walk the hands back in. Look forwards and arch the spine. Bring the chin into the throat, round the back and breathe out. Leaning onto the hands, hop the feet lightly together. And then stand the body up. Reach through to the fingers, arch the spine a little if you can. And lower the hands gently down and breathe out. Stepping back to the front of your mat. Bring the hands to the hips, step the left foot back. And bring your body 1/3 to halfway forward, keeping the hips level and the front legs strong. Take one more breath in here. And either keep the hands on the hips or reach the arms wide and stretch to the fingers. Try to press the backs of the hands up. Take one more smooth breath here. And as you exhale, turn your upper body to the right. Maybe you can bring the left fingers down. Maybe hand to shin is enough. If you're more supple, hand flat. Try to keep the legs as they were. Weight in the back foot. Take one more breath here. And from there, let the body fold forward. You can keep the body a bit higher if you need. You can have the front knee bent a little if you need. But again, the legs stay fairly static. Take one more calm breath here. And after you exhale, keep the right leg straight. Press through the right leg to stand. Reach the arms up high as you breathe in. Then bring the hands to the heart and step the left foot to meet the right. Bring the hands to the hips, second side. Step your right foot back. And again, with the hips facing forward and level, start to bring the body forwards a little. Keep an arch in your spine. Try to keep a sense of weight in the back heel and the front toes. Either stay there, or now as you breathe in, reach the arms out wide. Try to keep the hands at shoulder height, so they're not back near the hips or forward past the head, but just reaching wide. Keep the legs strong and steady. Take one more breath in. And as you breathe out, turn the body to the left. So again, hand to the shin is fine. Maybe fingertips, maybe palm. Try to keep the legs exactly as they were and just turn the shoulders and upper body. You can look down if you need or up if it feels okay. Try to pull a left hip gently back. And take one more breath here. And then bring the left hand down and lay the body over the left leg to your capacity. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed, the face soft. Exhale one more time here. And then with the legs as they are, without using the hands, press through the left foot. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. And step the right foot to meet the left. And gently exhale. Bend your knees. Come back to Utkatasana. Reach the arms up high. Then fold forward and calmly breathe out. Lift the collarbones. Take a smooth breath in. Take your hands to the mat and make your way back into down dog. Stay and rest or move forward into plank. And smoothly lower down and breathe out. Maybe just to the knees or to the stomach. Lift the chest and hands, maybe the feet, or take up dog, your choice. And press back into down dog and exhale. Then roll onto right hand, right foot. Come into Vashisthasana, reach the left arm high. Try and look up if your balance is good. Take one more smooth breath in here, lift the hips. And then roll to the second side. Grip the left fingers down to stabilise the wrist. Reach the right fingertips high. Looking up or down, your choice. Last breath in here. And make your way back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in down dog. And then lower onto the elbows simultaneously. Take another breath in here. And as you exhale, press the armpits towards the feet. Take one more breath. Try to lengthen from the elbows to the sit bones. And then gently lower your knees to the mat. Sit back up. And take the legs out in front. So pausing in Dandasana for a few breaths, just hands pressing gently into the mat. Now reach the arms high, take a smooth breath in. And fold the body halfway forward to begin with. So just hands either side of the shins is enough. Staying here is plenty, but if you're going to go further, just rock side to side a couple of times. Try and tilt the sit bones back. And keeping the belly soft, and take the hands to the ankles or the heels and let the body fold further over the legs. Keep softness in the back of the neck. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Try to move the collarbones forward not just the head down. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, gently sit back up. Reach the arms high. And interlacing your fingers, press up through the palms as you breathe out. Pull the elbows back. Take another breath. Raise the chin perhaps and stretch the throat. And then lower the hands down. And taking your hands back behind you on either palms or fists, pull the shoulders back and lift the collarbones. Either stay there just with a stretch for the upper chest, or press through to the feet and lift the hips high in Pavasana. Look up if it feels okay for the neck, otherwise just look forward. Take one more breath here. And then lowering the body down. Hug the knees into the body. Wrap your arms around the shins and rock back into a balance point. Close your eyes and try to feel the point of weightlessness. Just one more breath here. Now stay here if you're not doing stomach work. Otherwise, cross your ankles and on the fists, so we can strengthen the wrists, press down through the fists and see if you can pick up the body off the floor. Hold there for a breath and then lower down. And again, arms around the shin. Take one more breath. Then cross the ankles the other way. It's always the easy side second time. Press through the fists and see if you can pick the body up off the floor. Take another breath in. And then gently lower down. Now either come to cross-legged with the left leg in front, or ideally come into Gomukhasana with the left knee on top. So if your knees are really separated, don't worry about Gomukhasana, just do cross-legged. And spend a couple of breaths just giving the hips a little rock from side to side. Once the body is settled, reach the right arm up, reach the left arm down and see if you can bind your hands behind the back. Use a strap or a belt if you need. Either stay upright or start to bring the body forward if that's comfortable for you. Try to keep the sit bones moving back. Take one more breath wherever you are. And after you exhale, sit back up if you've gone forward. From wherever you are, reach the arms up high. And then take your left hand down in line with your hips. Take your right arm over your head and see if you can lengthen through the right side of the body. Look up past the armpit if it feels okay. Otherwise, just look down near the left hand. And try to keep this as a pure side stretch. No back arch or twist. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, gently sit back up. Reach through to the fingertips as you inhale. And now take your right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind you, and take a twist to the left. Try to keep the body upright as you twist. And as you look over the left shoulder, keep the left ear slightly raised. Take one more smooth breath in here, lift up as you inhale, and turn further as you exhale. Then turn your head to the right, unravel the body. Once more, reach the arms up high, and take a last little forward fold over the shins. Exhale one more time here. And then gently sit back up. Lean back and swap your legs the other way. We'll just keep it boring variation today. So again, either right leg in front cross-legged or right knee on top in Gomukhasana.
Again, in Gomukhasana, try to get the knees fairly tightly stacked and give the hips a little rock from side to side, making sure both sit bones are evenly weighted. After your next out breath, reach the left arm up, reach the right arm down, and then bending elbows, see if you can bind the hands behind the back. Keep the face relaxed. And either stay upright if this is already strong in the hips and or shoulders, or if you're very comfortable, start to bring the body forward once more. Remember to keep your breath steady through the nose. Exhale one more time. And then after you breathe out, sit back up. Releasing the arms, reach up into the fingertips. And then take your right hand down and your left arm over your head and move into a side stretch on the second side. Extend out through the fingertips. Again, looking down is fine. Looking up past the armpit is also fine, a little stronger perhaps. Try to keep the left sit bone anchored down by pressing out through your right hand. Now it's fine to just be up on the hand. You don't need to have the elbow down. Make sure the left sit bone stays down in whichever variation you've chosen. Take one more breath here. Perhaps going a little further as you breathe out. And then gently sit back up. Reach high to the hands. And now turn your upper body to the right with left arm or hand outside right knee. Again, keep the body upright as you turn. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep the right ear slightly raised. Just one more breath here. Turn further as you breathe out. And then unravel, reach the arms up high, and then take a last little forward fold if you'd like, or stay sitting upright. One more breath here. And then gently bring the body back up. Reach up through the fingertips. And then lower the hands. And come to lying down on your stomach. So just settling the body onto the mat. Take your arms out with the palms facing each other. Gently breathe out all the way. And reaching through to fingers and toes, raise the left hand and right leg as you breathe in. And then lower down and breathe out. Raise right hand, left leg breathing in. And lower and exhale. Left hand, right leg breathing. And lower and breathe out. Right arm, left leg, inhale. And lower and exhale. And again, left hand, right leg, breathing. And lower down and breathe out. And right hand, left leg. And lower and exhale. And just making a little pillow with the hands. Rest for a few breaths. Give the hips a little rock from side to side. Try to relax the lower belly and the lower back. Now bring the head back to the center, hands next to the shoulders. Lift the chest and hands as you breathe in. And then see if you can raise the feet as you breathe out. Squeeze the elbows in and back, lift a little higher as you breathe in. And maybe raise the feet a bit more as you breathe out. For the last breath, if it feels okay, reach the arms forward, stretch to fingers and toes. And then gently
lower down. Maybe turn the head the opposite way. Again, maybe give the hips a little rock from side to side. And then for those who want to go a little further, otherwise just repeat the last variation. Bend the knees, reach back with the hands and hold the inner ankles if you can. Lift the chest, press the feet back. You can just lift chest and hands with legs straight. Either stay there or now raise the knees and come into Dhanurasana, the bow posture. Try letting the head hang down if you're in the bow. It's nicer for the back of the neck, I think. Just one more breath. And then gently lower down. Turn the head, hands by the sides. Take a couple of relaxed breaths. And after your next out breath, lift up onto the forearms. Either knees down or knees up. Come into a forearm plank. Take one more breath. And then gently lie down on your back. Just keeping your feet down to the mat. Take your arms out wide, making cactus arms, or arms straight if you have the space. And then just gently rock the knees a little side to side. If you're comfortable, you can take the knees all the way to both sides, so like we're doing crocodile twists but without a breath retention. Just a nice simple movement to free up any last bits of tension from the lower back. And after one more round, just stretch out into the feet. Take your arms down by your sides. If you'd like to take legs up the wall instead, you can, but otherwise, just come into classical Shavasana. Close your eyes. And at your own pace, take 5 slow, deep breaths. Gently but completely filling the lungs as you breathe in, and gently but completely empty the lungs as you breathe out. And with each exhalation, see if there's somewhere in the body that you can relax a little more. After your 5 breaths, just allow your breathing to come back to its own rhythm. Let the body remain still. And with the body still, let the breath start to become quieter of its own accord. Bring the mind to rest on the rise and fall of the breath, not trying to change it or analyze it in any way, but just allow the mind to follow the rhythm of breathing. Bring your attention to that single pointed inner focus. Remember, the effort required in Shavasana is not the effort to do something, but rather to not do. To be attentive and alert without attachment or involvement. See if you can just rest as the observer of body, breath and mind. And whenever you notice your attention drifting off,
For a brief moment, acknowledge what it was that distracted you, and then without frustration, just keep coming back again and again and again to the rhythm of the breath. And just rest in that effortless space of awareness for the last couple of minutes of your practice. Start to gently lengthen and deepen your breath once more. Coming back from stillness to reconnect with the subtle movement within the body. And from there, begin to gently move your fingers and toes as you come back to the sense of outward movement. When you're ready, stretch your arms over your head, lengthening from toe tips to fingertips, and then gently bend your knees, roll onto your right side and rest there for a couple of breaths with your head on the outstretched arm. When you're ready, make your way back to a comfortable seat, and then sit with your eyes closed. Take a few moments to get used to being upright, to let go of any last bits of unnecessary tension or effort, and to acknowledge the time you've taken to nurture body, mind, and spirit with the practice. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And we'll finish with just one long Om, breathing in together. As you breathe in, reach your arms past your head, stretching up to the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the crown center, the brow center, the throat center, and the heart. And with awareness in the heart space, gently release forward. And sit gently back up. Namaste. Thank you very much for sharing with me, folks. As always, if you have questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I look forward to sharing with you soon. Thank you very much. See you next time.